Hello, this is Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night Zoom edition, and Bitcoin kind of let us down over the weekend and today. We actually had a big drop on Friday, a little bit of a recovery over the weekend, and then another drop today, but coming back a little bit. We were able to hold 21K as a low, so I guess that's somewhat encouraging. Let's go to the chart. Okay, you guys should be seeing my Bitcoin day chart. Can I get an amen?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
All right. So we're still in the same range we talked about for the last couple of weeks. 24.4 is the high, 18.8 is the low. We're in the middle. We're in no man's land, I've heard it called, no trade zone. I did do some trading today, but I was super cautious. A couple small profits, and then one thing I'm stuck in. We'll see what happens. Doing some shorts, doing some longs on leverage. I was doing some spot trading a couple of weeks ago on Matic on Coinbase Pro, and then the whole market took a dump, and now I'm stuck in that. So we'll see if that one comes back. Regardless, I'm still trading, still day trading, but I'm just going in with small positions, and I'm ready to ladder buy if necessary. So that's how I'm approaching this market. And Ethereum is similar to Bitcoin. It's just sitting in the middle of the zone. I've got 1,000 as the bottom, 1980 as the top. And we're sitting in the zone here about halfway through at 1,600. We did dip below 1,600 a couple times over the weekend and earlier today, and then bounce back above. So we'll see where it goes. I just don't see a trend here. It's frustrating. It's not really even ranging that well. So I've been relying on the 15-minute charts for the most part to try to find some direction. And anyway, we'll talk about how to do that and how to use Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro to help us find trades. Any questions or comments about the overall market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the market overall? We do have the merge, Ethereum 2.0 coming up allegedly on the 15th of September. I was reminded via Twitter of all places, and also the CryptNation, well, the Altcoin Alert chat group, that September is historically a bad month for crypto and the stock market. So keep that in mind as we transition into September. September might be my all shorts month. We'll see. But okay, if there's no comments, questions on the overall market, we will bounce over to Altcoin Alert. And I read in the chat group today, the Slack group, that they have increased the sensitivity a bit on the Altcoin Alert or the AA scores. So what that means is we have a bunch of coins now bullish, where before we've only had maybe 4 or 5 or 6 last couple of weeks. Now we've got 126 that are bullish, but none of them qualify in my book because no scores are over 80. So all these scores are in the 60s. And quick recap, what Altcoin Alert is telling us is that, say this, well, we use Coin Metro. This has been 74.2 forever. I'm starting to wonder if there's a fork or a merger or something with this coin. We'll use Nano as an example. This has been a seasoned veteran. AA is telling us Nano has a 68.3 chance to go up 3% or more in the next 48 to 72 hours. I don't like those odds. I want 80% or better. So I'm not going to be looking at any AA scores. So I'm going to go to my secondary sorts. Long-term sentiment is my favorite secondary sort. And this is the Twitter data, what people are talking about. And compares the last 24 hours to the last 20 days. The short-term sentiment, which is usually the third sort I go to, compares the last 24 hours to the last hour. And there's 34 that are either very bullish or bullish, I like to match these up with the Elder Impulse daily, which is a technical indicator. Incorporates momentum, EMA, MACD, that kind of thing. So when I can match these two, that's something I want to look at more. And we've got that with KNC here. It's up 8%, and which is nice, but not, too good. And bullish on both the long-term sentiment and the Elder Impulse. I've got the chart up here. Let's check it out. Quick view on the day chart. Had a big pump in April. Gave it all back. Trending up now a little bit. On the hour, since the 17th, last 5 days, up 25%. Can we get in now? I don't think so. I think it's through the top of the Bollinger Band, so we missed this run up. So this is where we want to set our alerts. We can go a few different options. We can go with our price alert, see where we find support. I see some right here. Draw my line. So down to 181 would be a potentially good entry. If I'm a little more of a risk taker, I'll bump this up to this area here where I see multiple touches around 186. And then I see a few more right about here. 189. So these are areas you could put your price alerts if you don't want to deal with divergence and the indicator alerts I'm about to discuss. But let's discuss them. Okay, let's get rid of those actually. So they're cluttering up my chart now. Okay, I'm on the 15-minute chart where I like to set most of my alerts for day trading. You can incorporate my divergence alerts, and they're all bearish divergence, and we want bullish divergence because we've got good information on our AA sort. This bullish divergence did really well, but it's from Saturday night, 2 days ago. We hit 3.5% to the top of the Bollinger Band. So we like that as day traders. But we don't have any on the MFI or the RSI dipping into the oversold area. This MFI here is kind of close. It actually just does get below 20. But again, that's on Saturday night. I'd like to see something more recent. But we don't have anything recent. Today, as low as we got was this, down to 27 on the MFI. On the RSI, yeah, these are barely breaking 40. So we're not getting real good retraces. So that concerns me a bit. What we could do is set kind of an aggressive MFI alert. Instead of having it cross up from 20, like I've shown you guys multiple times on past Zooms, you go up to 25. Once per bar close and long-term sentiment buy. Now I've already got an alert set on KNC for divergence, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. But this is one you could do on the MFI. And you could do something similar on the RSI. Instead of 30, which is our usual oversold area, we go 35. So you do that like this. Crossing up, 35. Once per bar close, that's important. And long-term sentiment buy. So, and then I think everyone on here has been with me before. So the other option is to set divergence alert, positive divergence, once per bar close, and long-term sentiment. Okay, so that's KNC. Any questions? Alrighty, what else do we have? I looked at some of these coins I didn't know that well, like Coinos, Zap, Cork Chain, these either on, tiny exchanges or practically no volume. One of these had like no trades on the 5-minute time frame. Hadn't seen that before. Had to go to the hour chart to see any actual trades on it. And there's another one I was looking at. Maybe we'll look at RLC. Oh, this one, EWT. I had not seen this one before. And so I looked it up, and it's on KuCoin. So this is one we can all trade if we want to. So on the day chart, it was up over $15 into last year, and it's dropped down about 2/3 or so. Plenty of room to move back or retrace. On the hour, this is kind of interesting move. On the 10th, it went up 88%, gave most of it back, went up again. So since the 10th, it's up over 100%, and then a little choppy since then. So this one's kind of intriguing. On the 5-minute, looks like it's dipping and the bubble's about to form, but we're pretty far away from a dip sequence, probably 20, 30 minutes. So you could go with your price alert, maybe in this vicinity here, around 463. And some more support here around 444. So those are areas you could use for a price alert. On the 15-minute chart, while I see all these red bearish divergence signals, I want to show you guys something. I've talked about repainting before, and that's where the indicator actually moves when you try to backtest it. So I'm going to show you an example of it. Okay. That's not it. That's what I want. So what's going to happen is this chart's going to load. You can see it loads that, and you see how it scoots. That's repainting. So that's why you can't totally see how it's climbing up, disappearing, and then climbing up again. So when you backtest it, the results look amazing, but when you're trading it live, you're getting in right here instead of up here. So that's something you need to take into consideration when you use these divergence alerts. I still think they're useful because it can let you know when divergence is happening. And this particular alert doesn't finalize until the desired direction candle prints. So what that means is when you get the highest red candle, that's when that divergence kicks in. But you might have a red candle forming before that happens. I think that's enough. So you guys get the idea. So I found this one here, multiple divergences, non-repaint. So when I'm evaluating a divergence, I'll click this one on to see, like this one, if this one would have triggered here, I would wait until this one triggers. Maybe that's not a real good example, but oh, shoot, no, get out of that. And then also you can use your other indicators for confirmation. But I'm going to be tinkering around to find some other divergence options on TradingView. This one unfortunately isn't alert friendly where this one really is. So okay, so that's a divergence option, and we've got a bullish one printing here, but I saw this printing before I started this program, probably around 4:30 p.m. Pacific, almost an hour ago, and now it's reforming again. But the one that doesn't repaint showed here at 4:30. So had I taken that one, I'd be in it and it'd be a little bit negative. But the worst thing that happens is it drops 5-10%. I buy another position, then it comes back, ideally. Okay, enough of divergence on that. We have the MFI. We've got a couple. Click this off. We've got a couple good MFI moves when it dipped down to overbought or oversold. 9%. We like that. So that would have been a good entry. Another one here would have been kind of a roller coaster. Probably would have ladder bought here and then gotten out here. One first position breaks even, second one makes 10%, 5% net between the two. It looks like the MFI is a little more sensitive. Didn't quite make it down. These two did. So I might want to go with a 22 on this one. Crossing up. 22. Once per bar close and long-term sentiment buy. But I don't have any money on KuCoin, so I need to do something about that. Any questions on EWT or the divergence alerts I showed you? Okay. Let's do a different sort. There's many sorts you can do. I know that they were talking about a different one that I hadn't done. I can't remember what it was. The 1 hour projected range I haven't done in a while. I was doing these when the market was pretty hot. We don't have that situation now. 24-hour change I've talked about a few times. So there's a couple ways you can go about this. You can, Chili's is pumping, cool. You can try to ride something that's pumping, like Chili's right now, EOS, or you can go the opposite route and do more of a dip trade, especially if it's something that, coin that you like or that you feel, good about. It's a blue chip, it's been beaten down, it's due for a recovery. That's another way to use this particular sort. Let's since we usually do dips, let's do the pump. Let's look at Chili's. So actually it held up pretty well during the drop on Friday. Now it's coming back over 22 cents. Actually, let's look at the hour chart. Yeah, it was down here around 15 cents on the 12th. Went up 50%, gave up about half, and then came back again. So really nice run for Chili's. I think we're too late to get in now. And if you want to do a price alert, got some support right here around 1950. Again, down here at around 1840. So those would be pretty good entries if you can catch those prices. Otherwise, these two divergences did pretty well eventually, as did these three. So even this one, had you gotten in, 7% in a day, that's pretty good. It's a little longer than I would like, but wouldn't complain about it. And a couple dips on the MFI. This one would not have done well. We've gotten in here. Probably would have ladder bought in this vicinity. Probably gotten out here. 2% loss on my first position, 6% gain, or an 8% gain on my second. So about net 4%, 6%, something like that. That's how that works. So we got the same alerts that I just showed you on the others. Divergence, MFI, RSI is not as sensitive. Well, this one dipped below. These ones didn't. Yeah, that one. Yeah, they kind of did. So either one would have worked. Most likely on this, either RSI or the MFI on those 15-minute alerts. Catch those dips. Any questions on chilies? Okay, any questions on Altcoin Alert before I head over to iCoinPro? All right. Okay, this is iCoinPro. Let's check out the Fear and Greed Index since we're here. Fear 27. Bummer, I thought we were in the 40s not that long ago. I think last Monday. And iCoinPro is where most of you have seen the dip training or the 1, 2, 3 dip training I send you guys when you join Altcoin Alert. This is my favorite way to trade. Obviously, I talk about dip trades all the time. And there's a couple tools on iCoinPro that I like to use. RSI Spy and the Buddy Coin Crawler. Got the RSI Spy up now. And I'm going to sort by the 1 hour RSI, look for values below 30 or close to 30. And I was looking at these earlier. Got H bar and ENJ both available. We'll take a quick spin through those. Then we'll look at the Buddy Coin Crawler and wrap it up. So ENJ on the day chart was over $5, $4 the end of last year. And it faced the same fate as most altcoins, 80–90% drop. Not really doing much now. Yeah, this one is beaten down pretty bad, maybe too bad. Well, it has had a move up this afternoon, 4.5%, not bad. Yeah, I'm not that excited about this setup. We'll take a quick spin through. We've got support down here, probably between 53, right around 53 cents, 53.5 cents. So that would be a pretty good entry. On the 15-minute chart, bullish divergence. I've had a lot of it. The last two done okay. 2% here. Probably closer to 4% on this one. Yeah. So these two did pretty well. These ones not so much. This one did okay, and that one did okay. Just the divergence, you're going against the trend, so you have to be ready to either set a stop loss or be ready to, ladder buy, dollar cost average, whatever you want to call it, to improve your position and your exit point and your overall profit. So I've shown you guys multiple alerts on divergence, on MFI. It's pretty similar. Looks like the RSI missed that one, but the MFI caught it. This dip here, it would have been almost 2%, not bad. So go with the MFI alert. And you guys know the drill at this point. Crossing up, I would just change the sort. Instead of long-term sentiment, it's going to be the RSI SPY, either long or short. Okay, any questions on ENJ? Okay, H bar was the other one that showed up. It looks nearly identical. Yeah. So on the day chart, yeah, down 80, 90%. I don't even have to measure them anymore. On the 1 hour, beaten down pretty hard, not much of a recovery. Was up 10% in 2 days and lost that. But had a move similar to ENJ, about 4.5% this afternoon. On the 15-minute, divergence. Yeah, that one did pretty well. This one not so much. Maybe a ladder buy. I usually wait till about 5% or so, give or take. You break even on the first one, full profit on the second one. Okay. And the MFI dips, that one did pretty well. This one, small profit looks like. Yeah, less than 1%, then it dropped. Would a ladder bought here, and I'd be out right about now. So go with your 15-minute divergence or indicator alerts, and I think you're good to go on H bar. Any questions on that one? Okay, let's go to the Buddy Coin Crawler. And Justin Clark, the co-founder of iCoinPro, likes to choose his buddy coins every morning, usually 3. He goes through this. He likes to sort by 24-hour volume to see what shows up in the high volume coins that also have some movement. So using this sort, I would probably look for 3% or higher on their average low to SMA, or a positive value in the current low to SMA. And the average low to SMA is a 24-hour period to the SMA line, which is that pink line between the Bollinger Bands on my charts. So when I do this sort, I'm looking for ideally 5%, but we haven't had that much movement in the market, so I'd probably lower my standards to 2.5 to 3%. And we've got 3% here on Solana, which is a good volume coin. Almost 4% on ETC, which has been riding Ethereum's coattails last couple months. I just sort by this instead of the volume. Yeah, I get these weird fan tokens. Yeah, I think I'll go with my my original plan. Let's go with Solana. And I've got my drop-down menu here. It will open my most recent chart. Okay, day chart. Get rid of these drawings. So Solana, yeah, over $250. I remember that. And gave back almost all of, down 80, 90%. Yeah, it's down pretty much since mid-August too. 27%. 5-minute. Mostly chopping through the squeeze area, but towards the top of the Bollinger Band now. Pretty good support here at 34 cents. That might be a good entry. Maybe a little sooner here at 34.5. On our 15-minute chart, divergence. Yeah, these 3, none of these did well. This one did pretty well. This one did well. This one did pretty well. Almost 2%, dipped down, came back up 3%. So divergence alert could work on this. Got 2 dips, one on Saturday night, one in the wee hours this morning on the MFI. Both of them had decent moves up. This one took a circuitous route. Yeah, up to 3%, took most of the day. So you've got your alerts. Divergence, MFI up 20. And RSI crossing up 30. And looks like there's not much difference between these two. So I'd probably go with the, I'll go ahead and do that. I will do a divergence alert on Solana. Buddy coin crawler, and I'm on. Okay, well, we're at about 35 minutes. That's about all I have for Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro, unless there's something else you want to look at. Any questions?
I have a general question.
General question. All right, I'll try to give you a specific answer to a general question.
Not that general. So any of these that we talked about today, would you buy them for the long term? Like any of them saying, oh, this is so great, hold them for 3 months.
Not financial advice. I think I have a small bag of Solana. So when I'm spot trading, you don't have this option on leverage, but when I'm spot trading, I like to pick blue chips because if they go against me, I'll just hold them. So that way I can ladder buy a couple of positions, hold them for a couple of weeks if they go against me, and then I'll just throw this in my Exodus wallet or something like that and hold them for a while. But that can mess with your trading balance. So you have to trade within your comfort zone. So that's how I approach spot trading anymore. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
So and your blue chips are going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Solana, Matic. It's probably more, but those are the ones that can, off the top of my head that I have little bags of.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here unless we have a question.
Still like Link or Curve?
Sure, Link is good. I should have mentioned that one, and way underpriced.
Yeah.
Considering it actually has use function. So that one's pretty good. Curve, I could take that one or leave it. I don't know that much about it. I think that's is that a governance token? I can't remember what Curve does, but
BNB.
That's a really good one. BNB, I've got some of that. So, and BNB is useful because Binance is the largest exchange, though all Americans can use Binance US, and people will frequently use BNB to pay their fees. It also has a Binance Smart Chain, and there's some functionality with that. I actually play a betting game with BNB, but can't quite beat it yet. Not happy about it, but anyway, that's a story for another time. So, but yeah, if you guys want to throw out some, I would have said DOT a few months ago, but that one's been tormenting most of us in some way or another.
What do you think about sushi?
I'm not happy with sushi.
Either, but I read an article that said it was, still hopeful. He was still hopeful for his sushi.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, exchange to be a decentralized exchange, I believe. that people use. So, you know, I don't recall what role Sushi Token has in that, if it pays, you know, gas fees or not, but it should be as good as most of those, you know, like Uniswap and some of those other type exchanges.
So it's a swap exchange, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
right. So, but again, I'm the wrong person to ask about long-term hold. So there's probably people on this call more qualified than I am to talk about them. So. All right. Any other questions?
I was just going to say, isn't Sushi one of those coins that was sort of created, cut down the fees of Ethereum, and with the Ethereum merge, it's going to lose a lot of its functionality?
Yeah, some are going to face that, you know, that fate should the merge go well. Of course, I've seen a couple articles saying it's not going to go well. It's going to cause all kinds of problems. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen with it. But yeah, some of these coins might be obsolete should Ethereum, you know, do as it's supposed to a 2.0 and, you know, run faster and lower fees and things like that, because many of these coins were created to compete with Ethereum. So whether Sushi is one of those, I'm not sure.
It is, because the article I was reading, it was saying, you know, it was talking about why it still has functionality, and even with Ethereum and what it's doing, how it still should be fine.
Okay.
I just need to double, and that's all I.
Comp's at a buyer's dream.
Yeah, that's cheap enough. What was that, Nathan?
I said comp is at a buyer's dream.
Yeah. Comp is, I'm trying to remember what these things do, and then they're just kind of escaping me. I know people like comp, so compound. That could be another one.
Well, I'll tell you, I would not bet against Ether. I really think that's a good bet.
Yeah, I'm not happy that it dumped this soon. I was gonna sell a chunk of it in early or near, you know, near the merge time in mid-September, but I might be too late. Just hold it through and see what happens.
When it was 1980, I was scrambling that day to, you know, sell some of my junk here and there and put it all together. I just had too much going on that day and couldn't get everything I wanted together.
Yeah, I should have thought.
Then
Good point. You know, those round numbers can be real, you know, real strong resistance or support. So,
but now it's, you know, it just dumped 10%.
Yep.
In debt.
Yep. Yeah, they all did on Friday. It seems like the Chili's is hanging in there. So. All right. Well,
do you have any news on the XRP lawsuit?
I don't. I thought I saw something today, but it was about something else. But you know, as a former paralegal, I'm interested in that. I just want to see what's going to go down legally. And then obviously as a crypto trader, it's going to have, you know, some ripples throughout the community. So,
So I was reading, you see the Tornado Cash that a dev got arrested? And
yeah, that's absurd.
okay. It's like, I was like, what is that all about?
I think that's some overreaching. But you know, we'll see what comes of it.
I would buy a bag XRP as a bet myself.
Yeah, you know, if I were a betting man, and I am, so that's not a bad idea.
I'm rooting against the government.
Amen. Leave our crypto alone, government. Yeah. All right. Well, we could go on down this rabbit hole all day. So we're running a little long, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for all your participation on Catherine's question, and we will come back and discuss Altcoin Alert, day trading, and longer term holding if we must. on Friday. If you're watching this on the recording, please check out the opportunities below in the comments. They help support the channel. If you're in Carbon, stick around. We'll start that Zoom momentarily. Bye.
I